asking for the blessings from the Electoral Commission. NDC flag bearer Ura John Dramani Mahama Soko Fale on the national chairman and any national executives and some selected party officials and Eco Fale on his behalf. No more filing we yeno Yera sitting Nketia Edin Sembi Etuja. Now, some of the two very interesting to note. Say in the coming days and weeks, Sabriaka 89 days near Kwakotwaba no. And Emma Bebre Ebeko Swesisi ewo memoir. Yenti Yera just sitting Nketia.
Completed forms which have been accepted. We are waiting for scrutiny and final response from the Commission. But we are very confident about the eligibility of our candidates, so we don't have anything to fear at all. We are also very confident that all the indications across the country point to an incoming change. A change that will help Ghanaians to decide their destiny and to reset our country's democracy.
Amen.
Amen. Ladies and gentlemen, we however have very serious concerns. I'm sure you've monitored the discussions between us and the Commission in the past 1 month relating to the various concerns that we have raised. So far, our concerns have not been addressed satisfactorily, and for the purpose of those who have not heard our concerns, we have serious concerns about the credibility of the register, because the voters register is the basis for all the elections. So if you get the register wrong, then everything begins to crumble. It means you are building on a weak foundation. We have said that the register that allows people to be transferred to other polling stations, other regions without their consent is a very, very serious omission in our electoral processes. Whenever you talk about credibility of the register, the response has always been that it is because the register has challenges, that is why we embark on exhibition. But this particular challenge actually rocks the foundation of the register itself, and it undermines the right of the people to choose their leadership and to vote at polling stations they have chosen for themselves. So if it is possible for a voter to be transferred from his polling station to a place outside his region completely, and in this case the Commission has accepted that indeed that has happened, so we ask ourselves, then the protocols for the transfer and the safeguards against transferring people against their wish have been breached. How is it possible that these protocols the Commission has been calling robust, on their own admission have been breached so easily? And so it undermines the confidence that we have in the voters register. As I stand here, I don't know that the day I'll go to cast my vote in Bono, I'll be told that my vote is in Boliga. And I think that this is the reason why we are calling for a complete audit of the IT systems of the Electoral Commission to try and answer the question as to why. Is it possible for any district officer anywhere who decides to transfer names of people to places not of their choosing? Is it possible? And they have said that it is possible. If it is possible, then we are not safe. And so we want an independent audit of the system. And if there is a way of breaching whatever protocols they have in place for transferring of names across country, then we will find ways of checking that one, because it goes to the foundation of the confidence we have in the voters register. We have appealed to our development partners, because we know a HIPIC country, the easiest response from government will be that there is no money to undertake that audit. That's why we've contacted our development partners, and they are more than willing to help us to audit the IT systems, so long as the commission itself is willing to open up. And so we are appealing to the commission that they must do the needful before we get into the elections. And we must get a credible register before the printing of ballot papers. Because if ballot papers are printed based on a register that is not credible, then the election has been undermined completely. This is the second term since the coming into office of this new commission that we have had to file nominations based on a draft register. I have always said that it is wrong, and they must do everything to correct that one, because a draft register is not a register. Today, if we have to go into any elections, we will have to be relying on the 2020 register, because that register expires at the time that a new register has been certified and approved. So we have a register that is in existence, and then a draft register yet to be certified. So if we are filing these nominations based on that draft register, then it is very, very problematic. I hope the commission would not disqualify anybody based on the fact that a final register has excluded some names that supported the candidature of one particular person here or there. And before I stop, let me clarify. When we said we have appealed to our development partners to support the auditing of the IT system, some people have misconstrued that one to mean that we are handing over our IT systems to external partners. No, whatever we have to do has to be paid for. So I don't see the problem where external parties are helping to support the main election, and you don't have any problem with that. If those external parties are helping by way of funding to get consultants to review the IT system to ensure that the whole nation has trust in the register, you have problems. And it's been done before, because you know, before becoming national chairman, I've been general secretary for 17 years, and I've seen so many things happen. And there were occasions where the UNDP sponsored a consultant to review the IT systems of the Electoral Commission. Heaven didn't break loose, but the effect was that the report became acceptable for all of us, and everybody went into that election satisfied that nothing untoward will happen to the results. That's how we proceed. And then apart from that, there were challenges raised about the register and the inclusion of some wrong names. Then too, the then chairperson of the Electoral Commission, together with IPAC, fielded another team made up of eminent persons to listen to all the concerns of the various political parties. It didn't end there. We held a public forum covered countrywide at Alisa Hotel, and all those who had issues were called to ventilate those issues, and those who had responses were also asked to do the responses. A report was presented, and we all went into the election satisfied with the outcome. And so I don't think that this should, a commission that is interested in its own credibility and in the population accepted the credibility of the results of their work, would have any problems at all. If you don't have anything to hide, why are you running away? And you have been asking us. We have issues about missing BVRs and all that, which I cannot, enumerate here. And you, the media people, were with some of our people who intercepted and retrieved one of the stolen BVDs. So far, we don't have any response. We don't have any feedback as to how the progress is being made on the case involving those who allegedly have been arrested here at your commission and so on. This all generates some amount of, crowd suspicion and all that. And so, those of you who have been asking us, if they don't comply, what would you do? This is your answer. On the 17th of this month, the NDC is embarking on a massive nationwide demonstration in all 16 regional capitals. Descend on the Electoral Commission offices, and we in Accra will descend to the headquarters and present further petitions as to why we think that they should conduct themselves in a manner that will guarantee peaceful, free, and fair elections. I hope you will be with us, you will follow us, and we see where that takes us to. Thank you very much, and may God bless.
Asiedu Nketia say, "Omon semu ananu fia do muko share electoral commission do tu na nim fa voter register no mo hum for bebre wo mu no. Electoral commission anya hu adwuma nyame ya adomo a eye on the 17th of this month ene eye 9th, it means aka 8 days enti ene na otwe electoral commission 2 na mo wa mantam dunsi nim nyina NDC for beyensen obeye oye kire e de akọ electoral commission aseye na ede na wo register ne mu a NDC eka yanko Dr. Omanebo ama ona director of election edema NDC amanyuku ona he o mabato ensem so na our the sanse moto na no eye fiada ebra omuko share electoral commission ba na chi no ano de beto say our demand for forensic audit based on key observation from ongoing comparative analysis of the 2020, 2023 and 2024 voter register was it the enti omo hwehwe say electoral commission about to do ntron when yenhwe mu pefe ne nkrakra ne ye no eye eniama omahunu ewo 2020 register no mu 2023 register no mu and after 2024 register no mu was it we had engaging encounter with the electoral commission yesterday about the unfit for purpose voter register in a patriotic attempt to heal the register immediately through forensic audit. The observation from the register so far was so many electoral commission for enhwemu abotre kwaso odo kwaso yo mamba pa kwaso so metumi ai na nyama omuhu wo mu nie now tie the NDC 4% electoral commission here forensic audit 243,540 previous transfers illegally added to 2024 transfers including repetition of illegally transferred names was see enkrofo a yamfamra kwaso yakasemna kwaso electoral commission voter transfer bia obiemu to o mo bia ya we enti wa pese wo transfer vote no obekọ na endia wo se oye adanse wo se wo na wade akọ nyina enti saa na man process na nkomu na se obi hye kokwamu ya illegal illegally omo man famra kwaso electoral commission famra kwaso transfer nkrofo 243,540 ena wa transfer omo ede ko eye 2024 voter register ya ye hwe anim se na ede beto oba December 17 no wo de no to nchen a 15,000 plus unidentified voter transfer party due to fake registration of voters were they originally registered omotimi anya nipa be se 15,000 pimdunum ni akire a chese omono omoso ma transfer set transfer de ufri police station wa anasa constituency we annual transfer vote kwa se police station na de kwa ha enti se yehwe wa ye behu sa ha na register originally name mo transfer vote ni de aba bia due to baby abetra se anasa circumstances na so stand pa 15,000 ya transfer mo vote no ye hwehwe o makira kwan a ye hu o makira kwan baby o mo register ye na etime ho se ni persons wo free ha obentin free ha no transfer vote de kwa ha eno na nchen 3,957 voters in 2023 register but deleted from 2024 provisional register due to transfer. nipa mako 3,957 2023 electoral commission voter registration exercise no ye no sa nipa 3,957 no register pepepe nanso ko we sesi ya delete ya paper omudin afri voter register no mu because of what do provisional register electoral commission ba ne ko he omudin nim say deleted etimi san crofo ntimi nto aba mane nyeye eno na nchen 2,094 voters transferred to different polling stations but not found in absent voter list as required by law. Nipa 2,094 and electoral commission at transform edi omako polling stations ahodo. So ukoko register no mu a omudini enim meanwhile transfer mu vote no omu free hin ekoye they don't know. Corrupt files not showing names and photos of the registered voters. What if this happens on election day? Obi onim computer mun bia no. Che say, uko fe register no a. Enyama asem crofo nsem unhu adukro ma se bi wonyo ase abodam meyi files ne bi di akyerew unhu ne bobre ekwan files bi wura registered mu de wo ho a eye wonka wonte ase unhu ne ti unhu ne nan Mwanyai and a woman may be at Ramotimiare. Was it not? The above observation only constitutes the tip of the tip of an iceberg. The giant rotten meat is underneath the sea. Thus, we have deliberately not been tempted to disclose why such massive derangement can afflict the voters' register. But to technical minds, the answer is obvious. This being the case, we are approaching this engagement with the Electoral Commission with the tact. Or say, Sanyama we nyina di wen hu kra ketewa na kese na nkasa ho kra mo nyamfa maaye. Eni nyina ka obi ntro mo call Electoral Commission na so ko ka kire mo say eniama o mahu no wo say Electoral Commission e ma ho kwan. Already na NDC before Friday omko share Electoral Commission omka kire Electoral Commission ko mo ma mo share mu de no Emrana TV so be ahwe Electoral Commission anti ase. Now tie we say we believe forensic audit will answer the following question. The entire forensic audit no aniama ebetimi asolve adama omo eni o say the extent of manipulation, how widespread is the issue of illegal voter transfer. If the Pusiga EC office could transfer voters from Tamale South constituency without proper authorization, what is the scale of similar incidents across the country? How many voters might have been affected, and how can this be accurately quantified? What say? Omo person mu say voter register no as obi di himself for us to be person than the name bi ani omo person mu hu se koba se Pusiga Electoral Commission office also timi transfer nkrofo e the free Tamale South e the constituency from require Electoral Commission so ni mu hu hwea eno person mu se Ghana mfana nyina no ehemfa na samfunso bi betimi akoso na de na be betimi asia no the toso 2 system vulnerability. What specific vulnerabilities in the Electoral Commission system, human and technical, allow for the authorized transfers? Are there specific protocols or security measures that were bypassed or ignored? Specifically, would the EC's attempt to address these weaknesses prevent further manipulations ahead of the December 7th elections? If yes, what prevented the EC from not instituting such measures? Also, what person say register na nemreye ni sinto a ewo mu vulnerability as emre nti ayi so ba woni kunu bi abu ni ya chia wutimi ko wura mu akwakoda ne dane nyamani vulnerability to on person mu hu say obi fa kuntuna ase ne wura mu ekwan be na nipa no fa so wura mu kuntuna ase kwan bi da ho Electoral Commission di ato obi timi form no ko edi djuma na se Electoral Commission betimi asia no a adentin Electoral Commission ntimi ansia no besi na ye kasei question mo ebisa data so miensa timeless was the timeliness of provisional register. Why was there such an avoidable delay in providing the provisional voters register to the NDC? Obisa said the Electoral Commission training last minute and some of the voter register NDC for. Electoral Commission conform one Kasa roadmap for this election. Omo provided all the political parties with a copy of the provisional voters register on the 9th of July 2024. Now, so Electoral Commission at the provisional register ne MOMO on the 19th of August 2024. 20th August. And what they a delay by 40 days with no explanation. To one person will be electoral commission say, I didn't register one farm my and tem. Now we chair, I don't electoral commission the more sad and one voter exhibition exercise. I shall say this electoral commission is up to something. 5. Historically, comparisons. The generalized 8 mistakes. The EC generalized 8 mistakes by referencing errors made by past commissions. How does this comparison help address the current concerns and what lessons have been learned from previous errors to prevent similar issues in the future? Osi electoral commission yam funso na kokoso enye ne omo ba kan na kra no sa na sam funso ni wom to bisa se sam funso no electoral commission no adusuade be na masua firi mu nyansade be na masua firi mu suahunu be na masua firi mu amohwe se ebi nsensi bio. Afei 6. Timeline for corrections. What is the timeline for addressing these issues in order to derive a reliable, credible, and accurate and fit for purpose voter register before printing of the registers and other materials to commence as originally planned and agreed at IPAC? Obisa say emre ne de adwuma electoral commission that ben abai kwakra za onfum so we nyina na obakura wie na abakwa print voter register na do bi adi ama no na afi abato na timi ato so da ben na abaye sa enkwakra nyina said the IPAC mokotena sia amoye no o say answering these questions through an independent forensic audit are essential for safeguarding the credibility of Ghana's electoral process and ensuring that the upcoming elections reflect the true will of the sovereign people of Ghana. Addressing these questions thoroughly and transparently will be crucial for maintaining public trust in the democratic process. It will also restore public confidence in the voter register and the overall electoral process, and will assure voters who may feel disenfranchised that their information is accurate and that the election will be free, fair, and transparent. For the many legitimate voters out there who may feel disenfranchised, we also request for a 5-day re-exhibition of the exhibition of the register after the forensic audit to enable them verify the accuracy and integrity of the voter register before the general elections. We urge the Electoral Commission to immediately convene an emergency meeting with all political parties, civil society organizations, diplomatic community, ECOWAS, AU, UNDP, EU, USA, DANIDA, and the British High Commission, among others, to discuss these issues and proceed to conduct the forensic audit of the register. Ultimately, the credibility of Ghana's democratic process hinges on the integrity of the electoral institution. We ask the Electoral Commission to uphold the highest standard of fairness, neutrality, and transparency in the upcoming 2024 election. In conclusion, let me assure the Commission that our criticism are not aimed at undermining the Electoral Commission, but rather at ensuring accountability and the integrity of the Ghana's democracy. No more can you say, Sanya Mama Munina, no more Electoral Commission, send Manimu ya, Onfre Putupu, in Shemu, political parties, a Ghana, Nina, civil societies, groups, a Ghana, Nina, Amahodo, Osana, Musifo, Ghana, Henina, Evia Sekuba time, United Nations, Omina, from Munina, no Mina Metramubi. Now for me, some crack, voter register. Omo crack, we are. Yen send me voter exhibition exercise for 5 days. No bibia okoya na didim fum so okoya safe de bibia da frenchim ansa ne akwakoto aba no se de omo ye nyina papa so pa ahoma so enyo omo anum bi na ye omo de ne mom ne ye munti anye so omo ni electoral commission emu se de bia ka be ma men ka bi no emu be gina be chedin na Ghana ni bia benya gidie ni arehyimu wo electoral commission mu ni afia bato mu se afia bato e beto no krogen frenchim amado bi di nkunim adi nkunim kwampa so do be di ntwa di ntwo na nkonko ba se bio kululu bia akoso eninti na ndisi for etusa anamowe metnase na meka o say 2016 well kwasa sabe na 2015 Dr. Muhammad Bawumia and MPP. You see, MPP is not talking about this voters register. Dr. Bawumia beka say Oma identify 76,000 Togolese are more Ghana's voters register. Electoral Commission yes ade we ye bi ekọ so Elisa Hotel he ye ncha ha. Electoral Commission for all the civil society groups. Ghana ban kan sa manhodo so na musifo wo Ghana development partners, political parties nyina so obi ambra na obi amekire ye mfumso bi ohun se wo register no ne hwe ne nkrakra. Omo specially omo invite Dr. Baomia so on be presentation, PowerPoint presentation. Now on chirem krofo na watimi hu omo no. All these invited guests and organizations will be abai, with the exception of Dr. Muhammad Baomia and the MPP. They didn't go. Now, NDC is calling for the same. This time around, the Electoral Commission is quiet about this. Now, say yetimit nas voter register they got to about 240 something thousand, almost 250,000. Illegally, it be first to say a transform vote from baby ko baby umrako minimum share. Then 89 days to election. Is it going to be 89 days to Ghana's yes sustaining a democracy and I say end democracy 89 days later?